Like, you got to think that Juicebox is probably... If Juicebox wins game 1 here, for instance, we're probably going to see a Dreamland ban, would be my guess, right? But there's really not much else that Puff would want to take most characters to under most circumstances. Maybe Falcon would be pretty happy to go there, but, you know, something like where you're finding kills with back air at like 120, 130, 140 maybe against a Jigglypuff. Yeah, I don't know if you want a big stage right now.
Well, I really like that empty hop forward air into a follow-up. One of the things that I do think is a dynamic of this matchup, and speaking about kind of small stage, big stage, is Sheik's recovery is not very good, and Puff can punish it quite effectively. So on a small, that means you're in edge guard situations more often. So that is something that Puff can like. Not every Puff likes it, but it depends on how good your edge guards are.
Sure, yeah, and the two of them just really going at it in terms of like air-to-air combat right now. Dawson coming out with advantage on most of it, but what's the punish here? Does that even kill? I wonder if platform mattered there.
Definitely, I think it does. I'm not sure if it's like kind of a necessarily specifically a breaking point, but I think as a player, you're like, yo, I'm on a platform here. I think just full charge up smash is going to be enough.
Sure.
Like, you become more confident at the very least.
Yeah, Juicebox bringing it back after that rest punish. Practically even percents can find a kill with a single aerial, but like you were saying earlier, just being on ledge, kind of like Jigglypuff maintaining center is just such an awkward position for Sheik to come back to.
Yeah, it's tricky. Like, I think both Falcon and Sheik kind of have a reputation of having bad recovery, and I think they are harder to edge guard than people kind of make it out to be. Oh, that was a very rest. Wow.
Also, the iframes on Dawson's ledge jump was insane. The Juicebox's nair just went straight through him.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think edge guarding Sheik harder than some people make it out to be, but also still a weakness of Sheik, and you can punish it really aggressively. Ooh, this, speaking of punishes, holy crap.
He should be dead here, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still going to be a kill.
Yeah, rest is so interesting there, especially... Juicebox was over 100, right? So I wonder if maybe just going for back air is safer at that point, but, still gets Juicebox to die off the side. Had enough time to not eat a huge punish off of it either way.
I think one of the things of the high percent rests that, like, good on Juicebox to DI correctly is that you think, well, I might do this rest, and they just go star KO anyway, and because they just hit so quickly and so far, but didn't end up working out that way. Still, overall, a good choice. Ooh, nice fair.
Yeah, nice drift in nairs out of Dawson's gonna get shield grab for his troubles, and Juicebox equalizing the stocks. Hit trade here would be a little bit awkward though.
Ooh, nice bounce attack there. Might need to get a second one, doesn't end up hitting it. That looks like...
Dawson just so threatening with these just kind of like aerial approach, drift in, am I going to hit, am I going to just empty hop? It just, crazy center control out of Dawson, and he takes game 1.
Yeah, I think, this matchup to me feels so much about, like, how good is this Sheik able to control space when, I'd say Puff has kind of a natural advantage. And, I guess that's going to be a bit of the adaptation that we hope to see from Juicebox in this coming game, which is Battlefield again, by the sound.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it, you just run it back here, or is there really a stage that you're going to get much of an advantage on? Maybe Yoshi's?
And then, like I was saying, I feel it's like a stylistic thing too. Like, maybe you don't want it to. Also, a lot of Sheiks like Battlefield.
So one thing that I was noticing, actually last night, I was reviewing S2J HBox from Galint, and, of course it's Sheik, Puff, different matchup, but a thing that I was noticing S2J do a lot is mix up punishes off of empty hop. Something I haven't seen too much out of Juicebox just yet. It looks like he's been landing with aerials quite a bit, and Dawson's catching on to that. So I wonder if we're going to see a bit of a change-up in this game too.
I think that can still be a really powerful tool. I think one major difference between the two matchups is that Captain Falcon's aerial drift is like one of his strongest tools, and Sheik has like generally weaker than average aerial drift, which can make kind of these jump-based mix-ups a bit harder to do. But, you know, it's using Puff's, one of her common neutral tools against her, and that's always really, really useful.
Sure. As we speak, though, Dawson on the verge of dying to a traded hit there. 3 stocks apiece.
Yeah, little, I'd say over-aggressive or like maybe disrespectful of Puff's invincibility there. Kind of opting to try to hold center versus an invincible Puff. I think, you know, is most of the time going to lead to taking a lot of percent, which is what happened to Juicebox. And like, you don't want to throw away percent for free in a floaty matchup like this.
Sure. Ooh, dash attack always gets me scared when Sheiks go for that against Puffs. Dawson not ready for just holding down at that point. I don't know if he even could have at that point.
I don't think
or at
so,
that positioning, but
at around that, like, we're kind of just at the percent, and I think Juicebox knows to start throwing it out at this percent because it's a bit safer. But sometimes it is going to be a gamble no matter what, and it is worth it because you can get great follow-ups.
Speaking of gambles, solid forward air out of Juicebox, and he takes the stock lead right now. This is all gravy.
Yeah, really putting on the pressure with the fares, and gets the read on the roll into center. You know, notices that Dawson just wants to get out of this situation and escape, and really preying on that. Got a lot of percent.
Yeah, Juicebox looking like he's become a bit more comfortable with his movement right now. Actually waits out the crouch out of Dawson and picks up the kill with the down throw up air.
Yeah, and that's pretty much a guaranteed setup. The thing you have to consider is, which is why it's so tricky, because, you know, she can crouch under grab and punish you really aggressively, but grab is one of your ways where you secure kills. So and it's either by an up air or a forward air, and there's not really much that Puff can do out of it. So, you know, that's why we see Sheik still try to get those grabs, and they absolutely should go for them just in the right scenarios.
Sure. Juicebox poised to take this game 2 right now. It's his game to lose. And this is all just very, very important to find that last singular hit, maybe, to take the kill here. I wonder if up air would have killed there.
Yeah, hard to say. The nice thing, I guess, is you get the kind of positional advantage. You know, you knock him away, but I could see it. I could see it working. You know, it just really depends.
I mean, either way, Juicebox finds it though, so you know, can't fault him for winning 2 neutral interactions instead of 1. You know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so now we've seen 2 wins on Battlefield for both players, so we know we're not going to Battlefield a 3rd game unless they have a little bit of a gentleman's agreement, which I don't think is even off the table. I could see that happening. You know, I don't think it's Puff to go back.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not awful. I mean, I'm assuming Juicebox takes away Dreamland, so yeah, that makes sense. You know, remove the platform movement out of Juicebox. It looked like he was kind of getting some smooth wavelands off, or just shield drop into aerial, some needle cancels, the whole 9. So let's just take that completely off the table and simplify the neutral a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I saw an interesting tweet from, I think it was Kadoran today, where Kadoran got basically a 0 to death on Sheik as Marth by kind of throwing up the up airs, and Sheik had no way to get down. So the same whether you play Fox or Sheik. And the reason I bring it up in a long-winded way is Sheik kind of has that problem on this stage in general. Puff's up air, you know, is pretty good move, good priority. And it can be hard for Sheik, who doesn't really have like a Falco down air or something to get down. So we might see that be a bigger part of the matchup now that there's no platforms.
Sure. Yeah, landing aerials for sure. And then I am thinking maybe we do start seeing a bit more of these kind of like empty hop mix-ups, because, you know, Juicebox doesn't have the platforms really to kind of use as a crutch for part of his movement game.
And a big part of when you start to go for those empty hop mix-ups is if you can get your opponent shielding. So I think, you know, ooh, I was about to say, are we going to get a rest on the roll read?
There's an empty hop from Dawson, but doesn't amount to too much. That should be a kill there, 50-50, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so, you know, I think to make a Puff shield more often when they're off in the air can be tricky, but, you know, it's about like spacing the aerials really safely, making them feel like they kind of have to operate in that kind of safe position, getting them grounded.
Yeah, just interesting patterns out of Dawson right now. It looks like he's just been kind of landing with aerial into dash back and then just take to the skies again. like you were saying, if you want to use those empty hops, kind of mixing up when the puff goes in shield, hasn't really been blocking too much off of the land.
Yeah, no, both of them are right now just, it's like the next open up is pretty big. Oh, what a tech. Oh my god, that was amazing. And it still gets the grab, so the awareness from Juicebox. Wow.
Yeah, just waited out.
Yeah.
Got nowhere to run anyway, so.
I feel like that's just like kind of modern Melee, where someone hits like a crazy tech and they're like, yeah, okay, you're still dead. So,
The down smash with Puff at 20, a little bit scary, but Juicebox gets out of it.
Yeah, I know when I used to play Puff, I did find down smash in general kind of a tricky move to punish. Like, I'm pretty sure you can rest it out of shield, but it's like freaking very tight frame-wise.
Yeah,
so I'm not surprised that it's just sort of hard generally, but you know, if you get on top of it, it doesn't really have a hitbox above, right? So you can just drift in.
Wow. Yeah, no, that was like 4 neutral callouts from Juicebox in a row. He did full charge needle into single needle to get both of those hits, and then did dash forward, down tilt, forward air, I want to say. Just crazy good awareness to figure out when Dawson wanted to stay grounded there.
Really good pair there too. I think one of the things that I completely agree, and I think one of the things that Juicebox, if I were Juicebox in this situation, what I'm trying to look for is kind of pound and the empty hops and stuff like that. Not anymore. Now we're at 49. You can kind of get the knockdown off the back air and stuff like that. But initially, you're such a low percent that how does she open you up other than pound? And it's such a punish that it really takes a lot of the other aggressive options she has available to her kind of off the table.
Right, and as we speak, overzealous dash attack out of Dawson was going to clean up that third stock, and Dawson is on his winner's side stock for this event.
Nice.
Not quite. I think he needed to be at like 140 for that to kill.
Yeah, it really depends. I'm not sure about the specific percents for character to character, but you know, always a really reliable setup. Kind of a notoriously famously hard to L cancel thing, but I don't think it's too bad.
This is scary. Last stock. I mean, Juicebox was a bit comfy with that extra stock of cushion. Rest wasn't, you know, if we're filling out the commentary bingo card, we'll have to say rest is on the table, right?
Absolutely. And you know, what I was saying before, that pound is on the table. Right now, actually, it looks like Dawson's going for these kind of auto-cancel Nair setups. Not necessarily auto-cancel rest, but, you know, Nair that auto-cancels into like an up tilt or something similar can be really powerful. And now we're at a percent where a knockdown, you know, it can mean a lot.
Juicebox getting a little bit antsy with some of these approaches, but he finds a good grab. I don't know if that's enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Good DI, you know, forcing the up air in a lot of ways and thinking that's not going to kill.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Really
yeah,
good.
not quite, but I mean, the fares are just so like risk reward at this point. Is that enough?
Oh my god, this is so close. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Okay, this.
Oh my gosh. And he rolls to ledge too. That's crazy.
I can't even. Okay, how does this even? Oh my god.
Oh, Juicebox is fishing. This is so scary. He waits.
Gets the buffer roll, just doesn't get the. You know, I talk about it being hard to L cancel, and we see it.
No, the tournament. No.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh. That, you know,
I never have I felt more tense.
But yeah. Oh man. That moment where they were like this together and neither of them threw out an aerial was like,
yeah. It was crazy. Like Dawson